He got here, and of course my cover is destroyed. It's got all grass clippings and everything. But there she is. Been sitting here since early summer. Getting ready to load her on. Yes, sirree. We'll do a start up here for you in a bit. All right, today is, August. No, it's September. It's September 1st. Good God. She's been here since April, I want to say. Haven't been started since then. Gonna put it on the trailer. So, it's a lot of freaking wasp around here. God. Oh, yeah, there's the mount for the 94. Man, this thing is just, whew. Let's see. There we go. There we are. The rotors are really rusted. You can really hear that exhaust leak. Neutral. Just gonna have to get new rotors, honestly. All right. And I'm gonna have to get them to load it on. There we go. Let's see if it'll start right back up. Oh man, like nothing. There we are. All right. Let's get her loaded. Oh shit, that didn't work. So she went a little sideways. One wheel's on the ground. The two front are on the trailer. And then this is half on the ramp. So now, gonna have to get the tractor and lift the rear end up. And then straighten those out, and then I'm gonna have to back down and then go at it again. This is gonna take a little longer than I anticipated. Great. Oh, God. This is awful. All right, there you go. Well, back at the old home here, taking apart my donor transmission. And, there's the pan, or I mean the filter. Do you notice anything, off about it? Just, put it down, and then, in the comments. We're just gonna ignore the fact of all this and clean it up. Put the new filter on, which I've got right here. It's only getting RTV because that's how they do it from the factory. I did, however, use an RTV and a gasket for the differential. When I was installing the output shaft seals here, I got this one in just fine. And I also got the torque converter seal in just fine. But this one, I did mess up when I was pulling it out, and I messed up. Let's see, I still got it around here. This is my little mess here. Well, I'll have to find a picture. But I messed up the inner seal, or the, damn, I can't think, the seal for the differential, the oil seal, that's what it's called. I messed that up, so I had to pull one off another spare transmission I had laying around, and I got it on, sealed it. When you're doing these, you have to take them, when you damage inner seal there, you have to replace this whole housing because you cannot get those oil seals anymore. I think it's like part number 360 or 309 or something like that on the diagram. And so that's done. And it's just leaking out now at this point. I'll slap this filter on, clean this up, clean the surface. There's the magnetic. A lot of it already spilled out because I've been tossing and turning it around. So whatever's left in here, it's not going to be a lot. But we'll get all this together. I'm going to put it in one of the cars, drive it, or drop it off in my van, and then hopefully later today, we'll drop it off the guy. Because as much as I want to do this, I am going to lose my job by the end of this week. And today's actually August 26th. It's not the 1st. Yesterday was the 25th. So anyway, that's a correction of that. Get this back together and go from there. And this thing's down because it's got a horrible shake going 25 to 30 miles an hour. And when you're on the highway, it's really bad, and I don't want to destroy this. I already repaired the wheel bearing again on this side. I know I haven't done a video on this, but basically the whole suspension got a rebuild, minus the shocks and lower control arms. Well, and the inner tie rods. Almost a rebuild, almost. So we'll catch you back up when we get this done. Today is December 7th or 8th, after the transmission was installed. Sorry I didn't get a before clip of it. She's been running for a little while. Apparently she runs good. I do got to get that water pump done next. But yeah, all new motor mounts. It's actually real nice and quiet now. Odd. Marketplace for the win. And it's about a 45-minute drive home. So let's see how she'll do. This will be the first drive since April, late April, May, or something like that. She's just starting to come up to temp. All right, let's see. Shifter's a little stiff, but it's probably just because it's cold. Let's hope. Oh boy. All right, there we are. It's not going to be perfect because I had new inner and outer tie rods installed. Okay. Looking both ways, especially that way. And we got that lifter tick. I mean, not lifter tick, the exhaust manifold is leaking. Can't wipe off because the wipers don't basically work. Lane Road. I think this is where I turn. Looks like she's up to temp. Yeah, these stupid blend door actuators. I think it did shift. I really wasn't paying attention. Oh yeah, it shifts really good. Oh. Wow. All right. First time I've really driven this since earlier this year. This is crazy. Well, I'll start the video again once I'm closer to home, which will be in a little while. There we are. Cruising 65, like no problem. A little windy out today. It's got good heat now. Well, here she is the next day. I just checked the oil because I thought it was pretty black last time, actually, and I was going to go ahead and change it. But it seems all right. And now it's leaking from there because I filled it up too high. I don't know. Okay, whatever. But oil seems fine. There's the new motor mount on the side. I don't know. There's no way to see the rear one. Front motor mount and the side. These were all filled with window weld. And then I had new axles installed. Let's see if I can. Yeah. And then there's the new inner and outer tie rods. That looks good. And then I did the sway bar bushing, or the body bushings, about 2 years ago. Myself. I didn't pay any someone. I had to pay. I just, said if you're installing the transmission, you might as well install the rest of it. Now, for clarification, I would have done it. But, honestly, I already pulled the engine and rebuilt it in this thing. I didn't want to have to deal with the transmission on this. Now, I do have a gravel driveway and have all this stuff. I guess I could have, but I was kind of frustrated a period of time because I literally only put 500 miles on this thing since I got it back. And, yeah. So, ECM's new because that was bad to get this thing going. The wiper motor and the harness came off in 97 in the yard. I haven't really gone over this much. Looks like this is really starting to sag a little bit. But this thing is an absolute mess. I was thinking about cleaning it, but There's a little bit left here. I'm just gonna clean the windshield and drive it a little bit more today. It's about a 30-minute drive over to this house we're getting ready to sell. So I guess we'll start it up again. Somehow the serpentine belt's kind of shut up since all this has happened. I can't complain about that. I'm happy. I definitely got to get this windshield cleaned while I'm... this is just a disaster. This will get cleaned at some point. I'll be sure to film that. This is the tube that goes over the axle for the 94. Over there. I'll have to do some more videos on that at some point. But this is for that. This part, I think, goes into the muffler. I think. So, yeah. So let's start it up for the first time today. Just a little bit of chirping. Nothing bad. Probably put a little bit more gas in it since I'm going to be going down there. Man, crazy. Ever since I did those injectors, this is the most I've driven it since I did those injectors. I might have only put 50 miles on it after I did the injectors that first time. There she is. I'll get this windshield cleaned, and I'm going to drive out there. Because the brakes seem a heck of a lot better since it's sat. And I'll have to... This van's getting junked. I might pull the drivetrain out of it and find another one and put it in. Paint's getting a little more iffy. It's just so quiet. This rear wiper's kind of had it. I don't know if this is salt or what. Quite dirty. Here we are. I mean, obviously I got to get the water pump done. So I'm not going to publish the video for you guys till I get the water pump done. I'm going to take it to get the alignment done. Hopefully Monday, maybe, if they're available. And then I'm driving this. That car still needs the calipers, pads, and rotors done. And hopefully that fixes the pool to it. I know this is not even featured on the channel. It's just a basic first year Chevy Aveo. It's what I've been using for delivery around since mainly since that guy decided to blow its guts. And this one needs the inner tie rods and motor mounts done. I know I've needed to do them for a couple of years now, but now they're to the point where I'm pretty sure it's causing a shake when I let off the gas. Like, it starts shaking a lot more off of load. But I gotta cover this up tonight because it's supposed to rain, and I'm trying to preserve this thing as much as I can. This thing's filthy on the inside. I'm planning to paint this, paint match it. And I've got the paint match already for it, so there's no reason to reinstall this and break it again or more. So she's still here, 142 or 143, 200 and something now. I'm gonna change that though when it hits 117,000. because you got to try to clean up the oil in it. Here we are. That's the end of this clip, and yeah, there we are. Hopefully I'll have more clips coming of this. Alright, it's the next day. Last night, spent a little bit of time cleaning it out, and I don't really have good lighting around the back of the house there, so there's no point in filming all this. But most of the junk I had in the back has been cleaned up. If anyone knows where I can get some fern green floor mats, let me know, because these guys need replaced. This poor thing's been through hell and back. And now I gotta figure out why the rear blower motor isn't working. But I'm gonna go get the alignment done today, or here in a little bit. Because with the inner and outer tie rods done, you know, it's gonna be out of whack, of course. But yeah, this is the one downside to this thing, is these bucket seats. I found at one point I found a rear seat for this that has the exact seat and everything, but it's like, if I put this seat back here, then no one can get to the rear. Granted, I don't have that many people that need to use the rear seat, if ever. But still, the fact is, I'd rather find a smaller seat and then just do whatever with those. But yeah, here she is during the day. I don't think I've done a real daytime video on this thing since I've got it back, except for the day where I pulled up and I drove it here. I think. Don't hold me to it. This clear coat's getting pretty rough on this. It's crazy what 3 months will do sitting outside. The top seems to be the same. Rust I expertly fixed still is about the same. And this rust spot, it's gotten a little wider, not too much though. And these tires, they got quarter left, but they're Walmart brand. I'm gonna be going with I think I'm gonna go with the Goodyear Assurance, because I had those on my Hyundai, and they were absolutely fantastic. It looks like this is starting to split here, actually. Oh well, what can you do? Oh well. Oh, we're gonna get her started up here. It's in the 50s, so it should start right up. Gotta love that exhaust leak. I think it goes straight down the road like that, if I recall. Yes. Definitely needs another detail. Need to wax the windshield again, because no wipers, of course. Have to send that body control module to E7 modules, or whatever it's called, at some time. Had a guy, YouTuber I watch on these minivans, suggest it to me. Seems like the belt squeal's starting to come back a little bit. I'm so glad I window welded those mounts. It does not move at all anymore. And I think I have to do plugs and the plugs on this in another 20,000 miles. I'm going to be doing an MGK on that time, when that time's up. But there's a big battery. Yeah, there we are. Probably update it for you guys when it's getting pulled in. There we are. first car wash in probably a good couple of years. Hopefully this asked for the one that had wax in it, so hopefully that'll all help. Despite the wax I put on doesn't seem like it's doing shit. We are a little over 100 miles now on the transmission. It's about 140. Shut it off so I'll make sure the belt doesn't actually come off. Oh yeah. There we are. Well, this is the first day I'm taking it to work to do deliveries. Probably at least for the next few days while it's not going to be raining or anything. And got some snow last night for like the third time or something. Did just fine. I found out that I don't have a blade anymore in my wiper, so that kind of scratched the glass. It's been doing great. We are like 140 miles on this transmission. Heat works great. Blind door motor is kind of weird because I know booster for some reason does, when you turn it on, it makes it go slower, and then when you turn it off, the booster comes on. So I don't know what the hell that's about. But yeah, she's coming along. I did get the alignment. Yeah, still kind of weird because straight is crooked like that. That is straight. I don't like that. There's something with the rear left rear tire. Had some people say it might be bent axle or something like that. I'm not sure. But it just doesn't seem right to me, honestly. So, get to work, take a picture when I get there, and get to you guys whenever I do something next on it. Alright, it's oil change time. It's already running, let it warm up for a second at least. A little more crooked than I would like, so I think I'll just pull it in sideways here. Oh, you guys cannot see. My bad. Kind of an angle, but all right. Right? Guys. Man. I even tried cleaning off the lens. And it's still doing that glare. Not bad. Maybe we'll just do it from here, instead of the tripod. Okay. Settle in neutral, and there we go. All right, took a few tries on finding the right size, but I did. Wait, there we go. It's like I changed this 600 miles ago, roughly, and it's black. I mean, it's bad. So, oh yeah. Oh god. Well, good thing I'm changing it again, I guess. I'm using this Valvoline Restore and Protect. I don't really want to get AMSOIL like I normally do, because of how bad this oil gets so black. Until it stops burning a quart, I mean, I did have to put a 3/4 of quart in like 200 miles, or I don't know, that whole time. But I'm not going to spend, I think this oil pan got kinked. But anyway, it's like, I'm not going to spend all that money on doing that. I'm just going to put this stuff in, see if it'll do something, and then go from there. But that's pretty bad for only a few hundred miles. So we're going to get this changed out and swap to that. Now granted, I'd rather it be 1030 because it does burn oil, but sometimes you gotta deal with what you got. So we're gonna use this 530 again, Valvoline Restore and Protect, and see what it does, and go from there, I suppose. I'll bring you guys back when it's all topped off, or I'm topping it off. Alright, sorry for the wind. I mean, I know there's gonna be some. It's supposed to rain here in the next 20 minutes. So, we gotta get this done. And there we are. We're filling her up. That'll be that. Alright, oil change complete. Let's start her up, back it off, and that'll be that. Needs to be in the ignition. Yes, it is. All right, let's listen. Quiet instantly, so that's good. No valve train cap, no nothing. Let's Right over here. Oh, it's good. Right. There we are. Mileage 116,970, and I got it with the transmission back at 116,542. So we've already put that on in a few days. Today is December 14th, I want to say. Yeah, that's gotta be it. So there we are. Catch you guys in a little bit. I'm not sure if I want to do that water pump yet because it's not leaking really bad, but I'm guessing it's because it's so cold out, it's not able to build too much pressure in the system. It is still circulating the coolant, but it's just not getting to the point where it's leaking really bad. And it is. I'm going to give it to that. But the next thing I don't know, I might bring you in, guys, when I finally will break down and pull that body control module out. Because I know it's going to be a pain, because I don't know if this will have to come off to get it all out. This is from the wipers when the previous owner, because I swapped my van back for the Sonata. But anyway, so this will get done. And then I should have wipers, and I'm going to daily the shit out of this thing. But the wheel is a little crooked. Like, that's straight. It's supposed to be like right there, and driving's there. I know it's my OCD. I know. And then it's gonna need sway bar bushings again because they're clunking. When you go over a bump, only here's every time underneath my feet. So those that I did a few years ago are gonna need to be done again, and that's a goddamn arm and a leg. That's something. So when that comes to it, we'll get that done. And the struts, these are FCS. They're I don't know. We'll do the sway bar bushings first, and then I'll do, if they're still clunking, then I'm gonna do the shocks. I got KYB in the rear. So I'm going to suck that up, pay the $140, $160 for proper KYB struts up here. And I'm going to guess I'm going to need tires. I mean, I've got 3 for this because these are almost down. Focus. Okay. There we are. They've got up. I could probably make it to the summer. It depends if I do another 10,000 miles on it or not. But we'll see. It rides really good in the rear now. And then once everything is done, absolutely everything, I'll get to paint. Now, I don't know if I want to paint it to look like my 99 and make it white. I haven't thought about that, but I'm just thinking about it now. I really don't like this lower trim. It's never been appealing to me, really, because my 99 was color matched. There's the KYB strut, or shock, I mean. That's the, oh, and then I don't have a blower motor in the rear, and I noticed that it's not lighting up here, so I don't know if it's the switch, or in fact, from just sitting a few months, the blower motor decided to go and just hit the dust. I gotta then find 9697 Infinity speakers. I might need your help on finding some, because apparently the minivan YouTuber, he doesn't want to help out with any parts or anything. Or not that he doesn't want to, I don't know. Maybe he'll comment in this, I don't know. I don't mean any offense to anything, but there's not a lot of third gens around here in Dayton, especially the one off of, well, if you look at LKQ, pick your part, there's like 1 third gen there, and it's 99, so the Infinity speakers do not work because they are different plugs. So it has to be a 96 or 97 Infinity speakers. I have to get that one replaced because it doesn't work. And that one's intermittent. It thinks about it and then it doesn't. And then the 2 rear. I don't know about the tweeters. I think one of them works. I don't know. It'd just be good to have another set, of course. But as you can see, I've got all my fluids. That was my backup oil, of course. And then headliner. I've got a bunch to do this coming spring. I'm not going to get to it, of course, this winter. But seeing as I'm keeping this thing around, it's going to get some work done to it. I really like this van. I need to at least have it 1 year, at a minimum, to pay for getting all the parts and the transmission installed. So, I mean, everything slams forward. That driver's door is either sagging or something because it keeps hitting the metal. I don't know what that's about. Now, tell me, should I keep these on or take them off? I want to take them off because they start causing rust issues like that and on the other side. But at the same time, it's a rare... You don't see many of these. This is the factory running board that this came with. It's like, I'd hate to get rid of it just because it's rare, but at the same time, it's like, I could keep it if I absolutely... Maybe if I get rid of it someday. Then, you know, hey, I'll put them back on. It's only 4 bolts holding it on, and then the screws on each end. Do that, and then, oh, I got her a new wiper for the rear, since I don't have fronts, of course. And then the freaking manifold. I did all the intake. If you watch my previous video on this, when I first got the van, I had to put new O-rings in the injectors. Failed, and then I had to do it again, and then by that time, I think I got everything right. I mean, listen how quiet this thing is. I don't think there's a slight hiss from a vacuum leak, but I'm still getting decent mileage. I've done over 100 miles, and I've only done a quarter of a tank, and that's on winter fuel. There's all the new mounts. She's running really good. Really good. Yeah. There we are. So, we'll see what the next clip may be. I'm going to hang on to this clip as long as possible. Is that coolant or the oil that's spilled? I don't know. Maybe I'll end the video here. And then stay tuned, and maybe I'll replace the water pump, even though it doesn't seem to be too bad. I think it's the gasket around it, honestly, but I'm not going to reseal it. I'll just replace it. And getting mud on me because of the rain. We had snow a few days ago, that's why it's so dirty. And yeah, I don't know. We'll see. If not, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. There will be plenty more videos where this comes from. Unless... nope, we're not going to say it. We'll just see how it goes. Catch you guys in the next one.